best friend. I really couldn't imagine my life without you and your influence. I definitely would be struggling much more in school, as I'm sure everyone knows. He was really smart. He always pushed me to be the best I possibly could. He always pushed me. He always pushed me to be the best I possibly could, and only ever wanted me to succeed. Not only in school, but our common interests, that I think mostly came about because I wanted to be like him so much. Like cross country, taekwondo, academic competitions, even video games. He always wanted me to try my best, and always made sure I was having fun, even if I wasn't the best at something. I remember always bragging to my friends about you since an early age, and teachers always bringing you up and recognizing me when I stepped into a class. I think that sums up how you were as a student, able to create a lasting impact on teachers, although I admit I don't think I truly met the high expectations due to you truly being one of a kind. As we grew older and you stopped teasing me just to get a reaction out of me, and we stopped fighting as much, you became a guiding force in my life, my best friend. Us two driving together created some of the greatest memories I have with you that I'll carry with me forever. We talked about everything, anything from our current and future lives, and deeper topics, to what tests I needed help studying for the next day, to even trying to explain what he did in class so that I had the opportunity to learn more. I'll admit, I zoned out more than I would have liked to, and looking back, I really wish I hadn't. The amount of support and amount of times he was willing to explain a topic to me because I usually was never able to understand it the first time was inspiring. I knew every time that he found something easy to understand that took me much longer, he would do everything and beyond to help me understand and support me when I was having a hard time. I think I took that for granted, and now I know I never can when I realized what a gift I was blessed with. I'll never forget how much you always put me first, much over yourself. You always asked me what I wanted first, and asked me what I wanted to play, do, eat, and anything else over yourself, which really made me feel like the most special person to you. I think now you've become a new role in my life, the little voice in my head. I think you always were, actually. You were everything I wanted and everything I needed, and I consider myself one of the luckiest people in the world to have this close a bond with you. This little voice that always pushed me more and made me a person who actually wanted to better themselves, motivate themselves, and I'm sure many who knew you felt and feel the same way. I think we all have part of him inside our heads and hearts, but for me and the experiences I've had with him like no other, I think it's the entirety of mine. The entirety of my little voice, my guiding light, and I think I'll always think of it as your voice now. You meant the world, and I promise I'll do this for us. I know you were always proud of me, and I know you still are. I know I didn't say I love you enough, even though every single day you would hug me and say it, another thing I took for granted. I will every day now, to you, to mom and dad, to all my friends, family, to everyone I know. I really appreciate everything you did, whether knowingly or not for both of us. Looking back, you were what kept me the happiest and built my personality from the ground up. I can't be more grateful now for always coming into my room to annoy me, playing random video games with me, willing to spend time with me, trying to teach very strategic and skill-based card and video games I never understood, to taking care of me, making sure I ate, saying how nice I looked, and overall that I was happy. You were the most caring brother that I didn't deserve, and always gave the most genuine smiles for me, and I'll never forget them. Ever since a young age, I always saw the impact you had on mom and dad, your teachers, friends, and family. You always made them so proud, and as many have said, you opened their minds to new perspectives. I've always wanted to be like you and aspire to be half the person you are and have half the impact you had, and I'll do my best to make you proud. I'll try my best to keep your legacy strong, and I'll do my best for us, because I know that's all you ever wanted of me. In the wise words of J.R.R. Tolkien in Lord of the Rings, quote, "His grief he will not forget, but it will not darken his heart, it will teach him wisdom." Thank you for being my brother for the 15 years of my life, supporting and loving me unconditionally from day one, and I'll always love you forever to the ends of the universe. You.
I must have done something right to be your and Kara's mom. I thank you. You make me look like a star, but I'm just reflecting your brightness. I'm in awe of you, my boy. I'm glad you found friends, both near and far, who share your passion and interests, and with whom you had meaningful relationships. Dad and I are super proud of you. We thank you for letting us be a part of your every school and extracurricular activities. I'm missing our conversations. I'm missing your XDs and CBAs. I'm missing comparing our verbal words. I'm missing your records of MCS and video game music. I'm missing our back and forth on news topics. I'm missing your insights into all the new research findings. I'm missing your voice. I'm missing how you called Kavya. I'm missing your laugh, your smile. I'm missing your hugs. And I'm missing all the I love you too moms and good night mama. I miss you so terribly. I love you, Varun.
I am Manish, Varun's dad, as most of you know. Please forgive any omission or misstatement. This is the hardest thing I've had to do. I would like to thank everyone in attendance today and all who are streaming in on YouTube. Many of our family has come from all across America and even from India. My in-laws on urgently and short notice in this time of grief and sorrow. There are many I want to thank along Varun's life journey, many of them who came today. Starting with IUPUI, Center of Young Children, in pre-K, Sycamore Gifted Program, through all of his kindergarten through the 8th grade, Park Tudor High School, the Purdue faculty and students, they had a nice vigil for him on Wednesday. His Taekwondo family for the last 14 years. All of our neighbors, close family, friends. Many of my current and former patients came today. Many of my work colleagues, at IU Hospital in Hancock and Greenfield for the last 29 years. And even I've been getting texts from college and med school classmates. So I want to thank all of these people. Varun, what can I say? You were a bright star that burned very brightly in my life. You were our first child. We were so excited to have him. He showed us the thumbs up in his first prenatal ultrasound. His loving mom was his biggest champion. Some of you may know or not know, he had a tough start. He was in the IU and Riley Hospital. He was a preemie, a 29-week preemie, and so he was there for about 2 months before he came home. And thank you to all the dedicated staff, physician, nursing, therapists that gave us this 20 years with him. And after that, never went in the hospital ever again. So stayed in good health. Varun was a very humble and kind personality. Despite his intelligence, he would not ever look down on anyone. He never made any enemies. He had many different types of friends, many walks of life. He was always very inquisitive, and he wanted to learn all the time about every subject. He's made friends even online that we never even have met physically in person, that are sending text, saying they miss him now. Very unique guy. He never wanted anything material. He didn't want to buy any clothes. He didn't want to buy any food. He didn't want to buy a car. He didn't want to buy nothing. Just he wanted simple clothes, a couple meals a day. He didn't want to take trip or vacation. He went with us to humor us. He would even be scolding us today for giving him this kind of a ceremony today, but Varun, today it's okay. He was a terrific big brother to his sister Kavya. He contacted her daily. He gave her so much encouragement. I enjoyed being his dad very much. He was my son and my friend. I enjoyed traveling with many different competitions and events he liked to go to locally. Some were other parts of the United States, including in chess, science related, math related, history related, and then locally, cross country and taekwondo related. He even enjoyed piano early in life. He was expert game and card strategist. Many of his friends have commented on that. Even he and I enjoyed talking about college and pro football every week. Just last week we talked about Purdue and Penn State winning and the Colts losing a week ago today. He loved Lord of the Rings movies as a young child. He would watch the DVDs over and over. We would all watch as a family. It was great memories. And school, was difficult finishing the high school. Starting college during the pandemic was tough on him. He had a tough year last year. This year he was going so well, until this tragic and sudden shock of this loss this week. I still cannot accept it entirely. I thank you very much to the two police. They drove all through the night from Lafayette to Indianapolis as the sun was rising Wednesday. They were very kind and professional to tell us what happened to our precious son. And I want to thank all that were able to get Varun quickly from there back to here that afternoon, so we could touch, hold him close again, run the fingers through his hair once more, give him a hug and a kiss. His blood is my blood, and I will never forget my son as long as I live. I will always love him, and his spirit will be with me and those who cared for him forever. Varun, I really wish with all my heart I could have helped you more. I would have gladly changed places with you, as you never deserved this, and I feel a lot of pain. It is a horrible way for a parent to go through this with their child. my only condolence is you are now at peace, you're resting so nicely, and you and I hopefully will talk again in our next life. Thank you everyone for all your support in this very difficult time, and we can all be, together, positive force in humanity to counter the evil of the world that is bringing unnecessary suffering. And looking around today and reading online, we can see Varun had positive influence on literally thousands of people in the world in his 21 years, and that makes me very happy. And please remember all the good he did in this world and the people he touched in his life, rather than the sadness of the past 4 days. Please, everyone, never take your loved ones for granted. Cherish each day you're gifted with them. Be kind to others and live like Varun. And blessings upon you all, and safe journeys.
Thank you.